Okay. So I've been with Calumet College for 17, 18 years now. When I started, we had 2, maybe 3 logons. We were using Blackboard. We didn't have, students didn't even have accounts in Active Directory. They were logging in with a generic lab logon. So it started out very simple, very manageable. And as the years went by, students expected more. We just started adding new services. And with those services came new sign-ons. So probably 7 years ago, something like that, we explored single sign-on options and just determined at the time it was just too expensive. We couldn't do it. Yeah. And so it's funny, the dynamic how it's changed over the years. Initially the faculty and staff were the tech savvy ones, and students coming in they were used to some technology at school, but nothing too intense. Now, this last fall, our orientation was the first one where we were using single sign-on, and we were, just based on past experience, we were expecting some bumps, but the students were just picking everything up quickly as it was just expected. We walked them through it, setting up their initial accounts, and then, setting up the single sign-on profiles, setting up, their email address and recovery phone options, security questions. And they're so used to doing this stuff. It was, it was a breeze. Conversely, faculty and staff had a little more of a challenge doing it, but we have such an established relationship with them. They could just stop on my office. Hey, what do I put here? It was a lot, that was a little different, but it was just surprising because, just how that, balance has flipped. The students, we were expecting more struggles in the beginning, and they just got it. They got it and just ran with it. Some were, setting up their profiles on their own and just, well ahead of where we were, with the orientation sessions. But it was, just fantastic though. Yeah. So the biggest issue for us was the staffing issue. A lot of we had so many different services. We had so many calls just because they knew their credentials. They just don't know what they were, they don't remember which ones they used for this. It was, that was kind of a mess. So just having, one set of credentials that gets you into 90-95% of, all the services we have on campus, that alone has cut down on a bunch of service calls. That impact was felt pretty much immediately once people got used to signing into the, portal. But in terms of, manpower though, that we're not even using the full, the help desk isn't using the full, might of the quick launch. Right now, we're still kind of just talking them through it over the phone. They can get in on the back end and kind of walk students through some issues if they forgot, their security questions or, things like that. We did use the I forgot what they call it, the provisioning option. We are going to use that. We've just had other projects going on right now, so we've kind of put that on hold. But that is something that we'll be exploring soon. We are all in on that. So first of all, absolutely, I would recommend. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, that this was the first time I've ever applied for a grant, and it was absolutely a breeze. I can't even imagine making it more streamlined. It just, it was a simple application. The communication was quick. There's other than, I think of in terms of our admissions funnel, we have like a little progress bar, as you hit each milestone. I mean, completely unnecessary, but that's about, so exactly where you're at. But again, the communication was fantastic. So we knew where we were at. Everything would be, superfluous, I guess.